Chosen one, do you feel it? That sudden shift in your spirit, the strange energy that's been following you lately, whispering confusion, stirring restlessness, and making you question your path. That's not random, it's spiritual. It's because you've stepped into a new level of divine calling, and when a chosen one rises, 5 demons are always sent to test their strength. This message found you for a reason. God wants to protect you. You are not here by accident. You were guided to this very moment. Every word you're about to hear will reveal what's been happening around you and why you've been feeling this intense spiritual pressure. The 5 demons that just crossed your path are not coincidences. They're confirmations of who you are. Before we go deeper, comment 777 below if you know this word is meant for you. And make sure you subscribe, tap the bell icon, and share this message with another chosen one who might be fighting these same invisible battles. Now, let's uncover the first force that tries to block every chosen one before their breakthrough. The first demon that tests the foundation of your faith. Demon number 1. The spirit of doubt. Chosen one. The first and most dangerous enemy you'll face on your divine journey is the spirit of doubt. It comes silently, like a shadow creeping across your light, whispering words that make you question everything God has already promised you. Doubt is not always loud or obvious. It starts small, tiny thoughts like, "What if I'm wrong?" or "What if this isn't really meant for me?" It sneaks into your mind when your faith is just starting to grow strong, and it makes you second-guess your own intuition, your purpose, and even your relationship with the Most High. The spirit of doubt knows that the moment you begin to believe in yourself fully, nothing can stop you. So it tries to break you before you can rise. It uses fear as its weapon and logic as its disguise. It convinces you that your dreams are unrealistic, that your calling is too great, and that your journey is too lonely to continue. But doubt isn't truth. It's distortion. The enemy knows that if he can shake your confidence, he can keep you from ever walking into your destiny. That's why it often attacks right after you receive divine confirmation. Have you noticed how after a powerful prayer, a prophetic dream, or a moment of deep clarity, something suddenly happens that makes you question it all? That's not coincidence. That's spiritual interference. When doubt crosses your path, it often comes through familiar voices. Sometimes it's people close to you, friends, family, or even co-workers who start planting seeds of disbelief. They might say, "Are you sure that's what you're supposed to do?" Or, "Don't you think you're aiming too high?" They don't realize they're being used as vessels for that demon. Remember, doubt rarely comes from enemies. It often comes through love that is rooted in fear. That's how the spirit hides, under concern, under advice, under logic. But the chosen one must see beyond the surface. In the scriptures, even the greatest were tempted by doubt. When the serpent approached Eve, his first tactic wasn't to attack, it was to make her question, "Did God really say?" That's the same whisper you hear when your spirit starts to waver. Did God really choose me? Did he really call me for this? What if I'm not ready? The serpent's game hasn't changed, only the players. Understand this, chosen one. Doubt is not a sign that you're losing your faith. It's a sign that your faith is being tested. Every time you elevate, that spirit appears to measure your strength. You're being refined like gold in fire. The purpose of this test is not to destroy you, but to strengthen your conviction. The devil doesn't waste energy attacking the unchosen. He only targets those who carry light powerful enough to expose darkness. When you start to question your path, pause and ask yourself, where did this voice come from? Is it your higher self or a shadow trying to keep you small? The chosen know that discernment is the greatest weapon against doubt. You must learn to separate your divine intuition from deceptive interference. When God speaks, His words bring peace, not confusion. When doubt speaks, it stirs anxiety, insecurity, and hesitation. The way to defeat this demon is through stillness and remembrance. Sit in silence and remind yourself of all the times God brought you through when you thought you wouldn't make it. Remember how you were protected, how doors opened when none should have, how peace returned after storms. Doubt loses its power when you start counting your miracles. It cannot survive in gratitude. Chosen one, your faith is a frequency, and doubt tries to lower your vibration so you can't hear divine instruction clearly. That's why when you're confused, you feel disconnected from God. It's not that He's gone silent. It's that the noise of doubt has grown louder than your spirit's voice. Quiet it. Speak life back into yourself. Say, I am chosen. I am guided. I am protected. I am enough. Affirmations are not just words. They're spiritual warfare in disguise. Every time you speak light, you silence darkness. You must also understand that the spirit of doubt doesn't just target your mind, it targets your timing. It wants to delay your purpose. When you hesitate, you lose divine momentum. You start overthinking, procrastinating, or waiting for another sign when God already gave you one. That's the trap. Doubt delays destiny. Every moment spent questioning is a moment not spent creating, building, or fulfilling what you were sent here to do. If you've been battling confusion lately, feeling lost between two paths, or questioning whether you're worthy of your calling, it's not random. It's the spirit of doubt standing at your gate. But hear this clearly. God does not choose the qualified. He qualifies the chosen. You're not supposed to have all the answers. You are supposed to have faith. Faith is your sword, and obedience is your shield. Walk even when you can't see the next step. That's when divine power activates. Many chosen ones fall into silence when doubt strikes, thinking they're alone in their struggle. But every lightworker, prophet, and healer throughout time has faced this demon. Even the Messiah faced temptation in the wilderness. The difference is that he spoke truth back to the lie. That's what you must do. When the voice of doubt says, "You can't," respond, "Through God, all things are possible." When it says, "You're not ready," answer, "God prepared me before I was born." You are a vessel of divine purpose. The fact that doubt is attacking you means something sacred is awakening inside you. You wouldn't be under attack if you weren't carrying something valuable. Every time you silence that doubtful voice and choose faith, your light grows brighter and the enemy grows weaker. So, chosen one, stand firm. When that spirit whispers, "You're not enough," smile and know that it's lying to you. Because if you were truly powerless, it wouldn't bother to come for you. You are already becoming who God designed you to be. The spirit of doubt only confirms that you're on the right path. If you've been feeling this battle within you, comment 333 below. It's the number of divine alignment and confirmation that you're being guided. Remember this truth. Faith isn't about knowing how, it's about trusting who. God is working behind the scenes, even when your eyes can't see it. Silence the noise, trust the process, and walk boldly. The spirit of doubt has no place in a chosen one's heart. You are not lost. You are being prepared. You are not uncertain. You are being strengthened. And soon, the very thing you once doubted will become the proof of your divine purpose. Demon number 2, the spirit of distraction. Chosen one, the second demon that has crossed your path is the spirit of distraction. It is subtle, clever, and relentless. It doesn't always come with chaos or loud disturbances. It often comes disguised as comfort, opportunity, or entertainment. Its goal isn't to destroy you outright, but to pull your attention just far enough away from your divine assignment that you slowly drift from your purpose without even realizing it. This is one of the most dangerous spirits that attacks those who are chosen, because it doesn't feel evil at first. It feels normal, it feels harmless, yet it's stealing your time, your focus, and your energy, three of your most valuable spiritual resources. You've probably felt it lately, the endless distractions that keep pulling you away from prayer, from meditation, from stillness. Every time you try to go deeper spiritually, your phone rings, notifications pop up, people suddenly need you, or your mind wanders to everything except what God is telling you to do. That's not coincidence. That's spiritual warfare in disguise. The spirit of distraction understands that if it can't destroy you, it will simply keep you busy. It will fill your days with noise, your mind with clutter, and your heart with unnecessary concerns. The chosen ones are targeted because your attention is sacred. Wherever your focus goes, energy flows, and when your focus shifts away from the divine, your spiritual power weakens. Distraction rarely shows up as sin. It shows up as options. The enemy will offer you something that looks good, feels good, or seems important, but deep down, it's a detour. For some, it's the wrong relationship, someone who drains your peace. For others, it's endless scrolling, gossip, or trivial debates that steal your mental clarity. Sometimes it's even your own overthinking, getting trapped in the cycle of what-ifs instead of walking in faith. Remember, distraction doesn't always come from outside. Sometimes it comes from within. When God gives you a vision, the enemy gives you alternatives. Every time you move closer to purpose, you'll notice new distractions appearing. That's not random. The closer you get to your breakthrough, the louder the world becomes. Distraction is a spirit that thrives in movement and noise. It can't survive in stillness. That's why solitude is one of your greatest weapons. When you're alone with God, distractions lose their grip because they have no voice in silence. Chosen one, your mind is a battlefield, and the enemy fights to occupy it. Have you noticed that when you try to pray, random thoughts start popping up? Or when you decide to fast, everyone suddenly wants to invite you out? Or when you set aside time to work on your purpose, something urgent distracts you? That's not chance. It's a spiritual test. The spirit of distraction knows timing. It shows up right before your moment of clarity, right before a download from the divine, right before the next level of growth. It doesn't want to stop you. It wants to slow you. You must learn to recognize when distraction comes dressed as opportunity. Not every open door is divine. Some doors are traps meant to divert your path. Sometimes the enemy will send you people who seem supportive but are actually energy thieves. They come with flattery, fake interest, or sudden neediness, pulling your attention away from your divine work. The chosen ones must learn to protect their focus like treasure. Guard your peace as if your purpose depends on it, because it does. The spirit of distraction also feeds on emotional reactions. It thrives when you get caught up in unnecessary conflicts or arguments that don't serve your soul. When someone tries to provoke you, remember, not every battle deserves your presence. Some attacks are just bait. The enemy knows that if he can keep you fighting small wars, you'll never win the big one. The wise chosen one learns to respond with silence, not reaction. Silence is power. Silence is protection. The truth is, the spirit of distraction wants to exhaust you. It knows that if it can scatter your focus long enough, you'll begin to feel drained, uninspired, and disconnected from your purpose. That's why it works slowly. One missed prayer here, one wasted hour there, one meaningless conversation at a time, until suddenly you realize days or weeks have passed and your spiritual fire feels dim. But remember, the fire isn't gone, it's just buried under the noise. You can always reignite it by returning to stillness, cleansing your space, and recentering your mind. The chosen must learn the art of sacred focus. Make your spiritual life a priority, not an afterthought. Wake up and guard your first hour like it's holy ground, because it is. That's when divine downloads come, when intuition speaks, when your soul aligns with the divine plan. Turn off distractions, even if only for a short time each day, and watch how your clarity returns. The more you disconnect from the world, the more you reconnect with God. Chosen one, understand that focus is not just mental, it's spiritual alignment. Every time you resist distraction, your vibration rises. Every time you say no to what doesn't serve your soul, your divine protection strengthens. You become untouchable, not because you're avoiding life, but because you're walking in purpose. That's why so few truly live as chosen ones. It requires discipline. The world will constantly try to seduce you into complacency, but the divine calls you to rise above it. There's a reason you've been feeling pulled in different directions lately. It's not because you're lost. It's because the spirit of distraction knows what's coming next. Your next breakthrough, your next revelation, your next transformation, it's close. And that's exactly why the enemy wants your attention scattered. But if you can focus now, if you can stay grounded, the reward will be beyond what you imagine. When you feel chaos rising, pause. Ask yourself one question. Is this pulling me closer to my purpose or away from it? That single moment of awareness is enough to break the power of distraction. The more you practice that, the stronger your spiritual muscles become. You'll start noticing how things that once distracted you no longer move you. That's the sign of growth. That's when the demon of distraction loses its grip. So, if you've been struggling to stay focused, if you've been feeling like you keep getting pulled off track just when you're about to move forward, understand this. It's a test of alignment. Stay the course. Don't let the noise of the world silence your divine signal. Comment 444 below if you're reclaiming your focus today, because that number represents angelic order and protection. You are chosen, and that means your attention is sacred territory. Guard it fiercely. When you focus on God, everything else aligns naturally. Distraction may cross your path, but it can never own it. You are not here to be scattered. You are here to be centered. Remember this truth. The one who controls their focus controls their destiny. Stay alert, stay grounded, and keep your eyes fixed on the light. Demon number 3, the spirit of fear. Chosen one, the third demon that has crossed your path is the spirit of fear. It comes when your light begins to shine brighter, when your purpose starts to take shape, and when you're about to step into something new that God has prepared for you. Fear is a spirit. Never forget that. It is not a natural emotion. It is a calculated weapon designed to stop you from walking in divine authority. It attacks your mind, your body, and your peace. It whispers threats that sound real but are built on lies. Its goal is simple: to paralyze your purpose before it can manifest. Fear speaks in what-ifs. What if you fail? What if you lose everything? What if they reject you? Those are not your thoughts. Those are arrows sent by the enemy to shake your faith. You see, fear knows that once you take action, once you move in faith, its power is broken. That's why it attacks you before the move, not after. It wants you to stay still, to play small, to never take that leap. But chosen one, understand this. Fear cannot stop what God has already ordained. It can only delay it if you allow it. When the spirit of fear visits, it often disguises itself as caution or logic. It'll make you overthink every step. You'll feel anxiety rise before a breakthrough, tension in your chest before an opportunity, or dread right before a divine connection. It's that sudden heaviness that tries to convince you to turn back when you've come too far. But here's the truth. Fear only shows up when you're standing at the doorway of something powerful. The fact that you're feeling fear is proof that you're getting closer to destiny, not farther. Even the greatest prophets and leaders in history faced fear. Moses doubted his voice. Elijah ran from Jezebel. Peter sank when he looked away from Christ. Fear is universal, but chosen ones are called to face it differently, not with avoidance, but with authority. The moment fear shows up, you must remind yourself, God has not given me the spirit of fear, but of power, love, and a sound mind. That verse is not just scripture, it's a spiritual command. You were never created to bow to fear, you were created to command it. The spirit of fear feeds on imagination. It paints worst-case scenarios that haven't happened and may never happen. It uses illusion to block vision. But when you replace fear with faith, those illusions vanish like smoke. Fear is loud, but faith is steady. Fear screams lies, faith whispers truth. The stronger your faith, the quieter fear becomes. That's why the enemy tries to attack your faith first, because without faith, fear has room to grow. Chosen one. Sometimes fear doesn't come from outside. It's born from the pain of your past. The memory of betrayal, loss, or failure can create a fear of repeating it. But hear this, the same God who carried you through before will do it again. You are not the same person you once were. You are wiser now, stronger now, and more spiritually aware than ever. The things that once broke you can no longer destroy you because you've been refined through them. That's why fear doesn't make sense anymore. It's an echo from an old version of you that no longer exists. When fear attacks, you must not fight it with emotion. You must face it with truth. Speak directly to it. Say, I see you, but you have no authority here. Use the name of God as your sword. Pray aloud. Walk through the fear instead of avoiding it. Every step you take in the face of fear is an act of faith that destroys darkness. You are not supposed to wait for fear to disappear before moving forward. You move forward despite fear, and that's how it loses its hold. Remember, fear thrives in darkness. It hides in silence and secrecy. The more you isolate, the louder it becomes. That's why you must bring it into the light. Talk to God about it, speak it, and confront it head-on. The light of truth exposes fear for what it is, an illusion with no foundation. You've probably noticed fear rising lately, maybe through sudden anxiety, sleepless nights, or a deep sense of unease. That's because your spirit is shifting to a higher level, and the old energy can't follow you there. The spirit of fear is desperate to pull you back to familiarity. It knows that once you step into full faith, you'll never return to who you were. This is your crossing point. You can't let fear make decisions for you anymore. When you feel fear creeping in, ground yourself in the present moment. Fear only exists in the future, in the realm of what might happen. The present is where God is. Breathe deeply, focus your heart, and remind yourself that you are protected. You have survived everything meant to destroy you. This too will pass. You were not chosen to live in fear. You were chosen to live in faith. If this message is speaking to your soul right now, it's because God is reminding you that your courage will be rewarded. Fear may cross your path, but it cannot claim it. You are walking through a storm that will soon clear into divine clarity. So, lift your head, breathe deep, and walk forward. Comment 999 if you're ready to release fear and embrace faith, because that number represents divine completion and victory over the old self. Remember, chosen one, fear only exists where love is absent, and you are loved beyond measure. Walk boldly into what's next, for God's protection surrounds you. The spirit of fear has no power over a soul that knows who they are. You are chosen, you are guided, and you are free. Demon number 4, the spirit of jealousy and envy around you. Chosen one, the fourth demon that has crossed your path is the spirit of jealousy and envy. It is one of the oldest and most poisonous forces in existence, and it always targets those carrying divine favor. When you are chosen, your light naturally disturbs the darkness in others. You don't even have to say or do much. Your very presence exposes what is hidden in their spirit. This is why certain people turn cold without warning, why their tone shifts, or why they start to withdraw. It's not you. It's the light within you agitating the demons they refuse to confront. The spirit of jealousy doesn't always show itself directly. It hides behind smiles, fake support, or polite interest. It disguises itself as compliments that carry hidden resentment. It appears in those who claim to love you, but subtly compete with you. It's in the friend who copies your every move, but secretly hopes you fail, or in the co-worker who praises you in public, but criticizes you in private. These people are not your true enemies. They are vessels being influenced by a spiritual force that seeks to drain your energy and distract your purpose. You must understand that being chosen means being set apart, and being set apart often triggers the insecurities of those who have not yet faced their own reflection. Your growth, your peace, and your divine glow reveal their inner stagnation. You remind them of what they've ignored within themselves. The demon of jealousy feeds on comparison, and it can only survive in those who have not learned to celebrate others. So when it manifests around you, don't take it personally. Take it as confirmation that your light is increasing. Jealousy doesn't always come from strangers. It often comes from those closest to you, family, friends, even spiritual circles. That's what makes it dangerous. The enemy knows he can't break you from the outside, so he tries to infiltrate through those near you. He will twist the hearts of the insecure and use them to project envy toward you. You might notice people suddenly distancing themselves, gossip starting to form, or strange energy surrounding your success. But hear this, chosen one. You don't need to defend yourself. You don't need to explain your blessings or dim your light to make others comfortable. Let your light expose what it must. When envy is directed toward you, it carries spiritual weight. It can create energetic heaviness, tiredness, or even confusion if you don't protect your spirit. This is why spiritual cleansing is essential. Pray, fast, and cut cords of attachment that are not serving your peace. Not everyone deserves access to your energy. You can love people from a distance without keeping their energy in your circle. Protect your peace as if it were gold, because it is. The demon of jealousy also tries to provoke you into reacting. It wants you to notice the hate, to clap back, to argue, to match energy. But when you react, you step out of divine protection. The chosen ones fight differently. They don't fight with words or anger. They fight with silence, wisdom, and prayer. Remember, you're not just dealing with people. You're dealing with the spirits influencing them. And when you stay calm, you deny those spirits their power. Even in the scriptures, envy has destroyed great men and women. Cain envied Abel and killed him. Joseph's brothers envied his dream and sold him. Saul envied David's anointing and tried to destroy him. Yet every single one of those chosen individuals still fulfilled their destiny, because no amount of jealousy can override divine protection. The same is true for you. Every evil eye, every whisper, every false accusation, none of it can stop what God has set in motion. If they're talking about you, it means your light is loud enough to be noticed in the spirit realm. Sometimes, jealousy doesn't come to destroy you. It comes to promote you. When people begin to envy your peace, your progress, or your favor, it means you've reached a new spiritual altitude. God often allows jealousy to surface so that you can see who truly belongs in your next chapter. When people start revealing their true colors, it's not betrayal, it's divine revelation. Don't mourn those who fall away. Their departure is proof that your elevation has begun. Chosen one, you are not meant to blend in. You carry an aura that others can feel even before you speak. Your energy commands attention, and your purpose shifts atmospheres. Not everyone will understand it, and not everyone will celebrate it. That's okay. You are not chosen to be liked. You are chosen to be light. Keep Keep shining anyway. Keep walking in humility but with authority. When you notice jealousy around you, use it as motivation to stay focused. Let your actions speak louder than their words. The enemy wants you to become bitter or discouraged, but instead, choose gratitude. Thank God for exposing hidden enemies before they could harm you. Thank Him for protecting you from connections that would have drained your energy. Every time someone envies you, it is because they can sense what's coming for you, even before you can see it yourself. If you've been feeling isolated lately, if certain people have turned on you without reason, don't be disheartened. That isolation is divine protection. God is clearing your path from those who cannot handle your glow. What feels like rejection is actually redirection. He's removing anyone who could betray your peace in the next season. You are being elevated, and elevation always comes with separation. Remember this, chosen one. Your light exposes, but it also attracts. Keep your boundaries firm, your spirit guarded, and your heart pure. Never allow jealousy from others to make you bitter or small. Keep loving, but love wisely. Keep giving, but give selectively. And when you feel their energy pressing against you, smile. Because if they're jealous, it means you're doing something right. You're walking in divine favor, and that cannot be hidden. If this resonates with your spirit, comment 444 below. That's the number of divine protection and angelic guidance surrounding you right now. Let it be your affirmation that no weapon formed against your light will prosper. You are chosen, and your energy carries purpose. The spirit of jealousy may try to cross your path, but it cannot enter your destiny. Keep shining, keep rising, and never apologize for the light that God placed within you. It's not arrogance, it's alignment. Let them talk, let them watch, because soon they'll realize that what they envied was never about you. It was about the God who moves through you. Demon number 5, the spirit of weariness and spiritual fatigue. Chosen one, the fifth and final demon that has crossed your path is the spirit of weariness and spiritual fatigue. This one doesn't come roaring like fear or obvious like distraction. It comes quietly, like a fog that settles over your soul. It makes you feel tired for no reason, unmotivated, disconnected from prayer, and unsure of your strength. It's subtle but dangerous, because it doesn't try to destroy you through chaos. It tries to make you surrender through exhaustion. The spirit of weariness knows it cannot take your faith, so it aims to drain your energy until you put down your own sword. You've probably felt it lately. That heaviness that makes you want to withdraw, that strange emptiness even after doing all the right things. You pray, but you feel distant. You rest, but you still wake up tired. You try to focus, but your spirit feels dull. That's not ordinary fatigue, that's spiritual warfare. The moment a chosen one starts feeling this way, it's usually because they've been pouring too much energy into battles that were never theirs to fight. You've been trying to carry everyone's burdens, fix what's not yours to fix, and give when your own cup has run dry. The enemy knows your compassion is your strength, so it twists it into a weakness by making you overextend. That's how the spirit of weariness enters, through an open heart that hasn't been replenished. This demon attacks hardest right before your breakthrough. Just when you're about to step into something new, it makes you feel like giving up. It convinces you that you're stuck, that nothing's changing, that your prayers aren't working. It tells you that maybe you misunderstood your purpose, that maybe you should stop trying. But this is a lie. That pressure you feel right now is not the end. It's the last stretch before the new beginning. Just like a woman feels labor pains before birth, your weariness is a sign that something powerful is about to be delivered through you. Spiritual fatigue is not just mental, it's energetic. When your aura is constantly absorbing energy from others, When you're surrounded by chaos, or when you're fighting invisible battles day after day, your spirit starts to dim. You may notice yourself becoming more irritable, withdrawn, or numb. You lose excitement for things that once lit your soul on fire. That's the spirit of weariness whispering, "Rest forever." But you must discern the difference between divine rest and spiritual surrender. Rest is recovery. Surrender to weariness is retreat. You are allowed to pause, but you are not allowed to quit. Chosen one, even Jesus withdrew from the crowd to recharge. He prayed in solitude because he understood that constant giving without refilling leads to spiritual collapse. If the Son of God himself needed rest, how much more do you? It's not weakness to step away and recharge, it's wisdom. The spirit of weariness will try to shame you for needing time to heal. It will tell you that you're lazy, unworthy, or falling behind. But in truth, stillness is part of your spiritual warfare. The enemy can't reach you in your quiet place. When you rest in God's presence, your strength renews faster than any earthly recovery. You must also be careful of environments that constantly drain you. Some places and people carry heavy energy, and when you're sensitive, you absorb it easily. Protect your spirit. Not every battle needs your attention, and not every cry for help is your assignment. You are chosen, yes, but not called to carry everyone's pain. You can intercede without being consumed. You can love without losing yourself. You can help without harming your own peace. Setting boundaries is not unspiritual. It's sacred. The spirit of weariness also tries to disconnect you from your divine identity. When you're tired, you forget who you are. You start thinking you're ordinary, that maybe this calling isn't for you. But let me remind you, you are not tired because you're weak. You're tired because you're powerful. You're tired because you've been standing firm while many have fallen. You've been walking through spiritual storms without collapsing. You've been carrying light in a dark world. That kind of work takes energy. But remember, the God who called you will also sustain you. When this demon crosses your path, you must go back to the source. Ground yourself in gratitude. Reconnect with nature. Pray without structure. Just talk to God like a friend. Take time to breathe, to sit in silence, to listen instead of speak. Let your spirit heal from the noise. Sometimes, the most powerful thing you can do in spiritual warfare is rest, because rest tells the enemy that you are not fighting in your strength, you are trusting in divine power. There's a sacred renewal coming to your life. God is restoring your strength piece by piece. The energy you thought was gone is not gone, it's being replenished. You're about to rise stronger than before, but this time with balance. The new version of you won't just shine, you'll sustain your light. The old you burned out because you tried to do everything alone. The new you will move with divine flow, knowing when to act and when to be still. If you've been feeling that heavy tiredness in your soul, that sense of being spiritually drained, don't despair. You're not failing, you're transitioning. You're moving from striving to flowing, from forcing to trusting. The spirit of weariness only shows up when you're at the threshold of renewal. The enemy sees your new level before you do. That's why he's attacking now. But you're almost through. Hold on just a little longer. Chosen one, rest doesn't mean stopping. It means preparing, recharge, breathe, let go of what's draining you. You don't have to fight every day. Some days are for restoration, not resistance. God is fighting battles you can't even see. Let Him. Your job is to stay in alignment, to keep your heart pure, and to keep your faith alive even when your strength feels low. If this message resonates with you, comment 333 below as a sign of divine renewal and spiritual restoration. Let it be your declaration that your strength is returning, that your energy is protected, and that weariness will not win. You are chosen and you are covered. Even in fatigue, your spirit shines. The same God who anointed you will sustain you. Don't give up now. The storm is passing, and your breakthrough is already on the horizon. Rest in faith, chosen one, because after this season of weariness, your light will burn brighter than ever. God's protection and final message. Chosen one, now that you've seen the 5 demons that have crossed your path, it's time to remember the truth that defeats them all. God's protection surrounds you. Every single attack you've faced, every doubt, distraction, fear, jealousy, and wave of exhaustion was not meant to destroy you. It was meant to reveal who you truly are. You were never fighting alone. Every moment you felt weak, unseen forces of light stood beside you, covering you in divine armor. God allowed these demons to cross your path not as punishment, but as preparation. You are being trained to walk in spiritual authority, not fear. Understand this. God's protection doesn't always look like safety. Sometimes it looks like isolation. Sometimes it looks like rejection, delay, or sudden endings. But behind every closed door is divine redirection. When people walked away, when opportunities vanished, when plans fell apart, it was protection, not loss. God saw what you couldn't. He knew what energies were working against you, and He removed them before they could harm your destiny. The pain you felt was simply the sound of your old life breaking off so your true path could unfold. Chosen one, every tear, every sleepless night, every moment of confusion had a divine purpose. You may not have seen it yet, but those dark seasons built your discernment, your strength, and your connection with the divine. You are not the same person who started this journey. You have been refined by fire and purified by trials. The very demons that tried to break you became your teachers. They revealed your resilience, your faith, and your power. The enemy tried to silence you, but all it did was make your voice louder. God wants you to know that the battles you faced lately are proof of your anointing. Demons do not chase the ordinary. They chase the chosen. You carry something rare, something holy, and that's why the warfare has been intense. But the time of attack is ending. Divine protection is not just over you, it's within you. Angels have been assigned to your journey, guarding your every step. No curse, no word, no energy sent against you can prosper. You've passed the tests, and now you're entering a new level of peace and clarity. You will notice in the days ahead that things begin to align naturally. Doors that were once locked will open with ease. The heaviness will lift. The confusion will fade. That's not coincidence. That's divine timing. God has been working behind the scenes, setting everything in place. The pain had to happen to make room for purpose. The delay had to happen to protect the blessing. What's coming will make sense of everything that didn't. Remember, chosen one, your power lies in your peace. The enemy feeds on reaction, but when you stand still, you win. Stop worrying about who left, who betrayed you, or who doesn't believe in you. None of that matters anymore. The people meant for you will find you, and those who turned against you will watch God elevate you. The light within you cannot be dimmed. It's eternal. And as you walk into this next chapter, keep your focus on God, not the storm. If this message has spoken to your spirit, comment 999 below. It's the number of divine completion, symbolizing that one chapter has ended and a new one has begun. Declare it boldly. The season of confusion is over. The season of fear is over. The season of delay is over. You are protected, you are chosen, and you are walking in divine order. So rise, chosen one. Stand tall in your purpose. The demons crossed your path only to confirm your power. The war was never meant to destroy you. It was meant to awaken you. God is with you now and always. Walk forward with peace in your heart, faith in your steps, and light in your spirit. You are unstoppable. You are chosen. You are protected. Conclusion. Chosen one, take a deep breath. Feel the silence after the storm. What you've just walked through wasn't meant to break you. It was meant to awaken you. Every shadow that crossed your path only proved that your light is real. Every tear was a seed, every trial a transformation. You are not who you were when this journey began. You have been shaped by divine hands, guided by unseen grace, and refined by fire into something sacred, something unshakable. In this realm of chaos, your peace is your weapon. In a world of noise, your stillness is your strength. You are walking proof that no demon can defeat a soul that belongs to God. Even in moments when you felt abandoned, the divine never left you. It was simply silent while you were being strengthened. You have endured, and now your spirit glows with quiet power. When you step out after this, walk with the knowing that you are not ordinary. You are light-clothed in flesh, chosen for a higher purpose. The storms you faced were simply confirmations of your anointing. You carry the mark of destiny, and the world will recognize it, not because you demand attention, but because your presence carries truth. Let this be your prayer tonight. I release all fear, all pain, all exhaustion. I rise renewed, restored, and aligned with divine will. My steps are guided, my path protected, and my purpose fulfilled. This is Rise of the Chosen. If this message touched your soul, share it with another chosen one who needs to remember who they are. Stay grounded, stay awake, and stay in the light. The battle is over, the lesson is learned, and your new chapter has already begun. You are chosen, you are protected, you are eternal.